after fitting a catless downpipe on my F30, it was time for a tune. A tune or a remap is essentially changing the software on your ECU to extract the most performance out of your engine within its limits. This is done by changing parameters such as boost and ignition timing, and if done correctly, makes the car a lot nicer to drive overall. A common description used after a car is remapped is that it wakes the car up, and I think that's a great way to put it. As I had a downpipe, I went for a stage 2 tune. If you've ever wondered what all these mean, stage 1 usually means having just a tune without any other hardware needed, though you can of course complement the tune with bolt-ons such as an intake or exhaust. This is usually the most bang for buck tune for a turbo car, as you get quite a bit more power for not a lot of money. A stage 2 tune usually means having a decat or downpipe, and an upgraded intercooler is normally recommended. Though stage 2 does not increase the peak power by much, you normally get an increase in performance across the whole power band. Stage 3 means an upgraded turbo, but these are just guidelines and the definitions vary between cars and different tuners. A remap can void your warranty though, so make sure you know what you are getting into before pulling the trigger. So I've had a great experience with Revo on my Mark 6 GTI and Golf R, and highly recommend them to anyone with VWs or Audis. However, for BMWs, Bootmod and JB4 are the popular options. I decided to go with Bootmod as it had great reviews for its off-the-shelf tunes, and you really want a tune to be reliable and problem-free, even if it means having slightly lower numbers. I also prefer a flash tune to a piggyback like the JB4, just based on my personal experiences, though I've heard great things about the JB4 too. Bootmod also comes with a burble or pops and bangs tune that you can adjust yourself with a laptop and Ethernet to OBD2 cable. And you can tune it differently between comfort and sport mode, so it's only there when you want it. There's also a transmission tune that's included, and that's something I might try one day. I got my tune done at MYF Motorsport. I'll leave a link in the description below, and Kev has also tuned my VWs in the past, so I would highly recommend them. The whole process of flashing the F30 was really simple. They just hooked up a battery charger, so there's no risk of the battery dying halfway, and connected the car to the laptop via an OBD2 to Ethernet cable. We went with the off-the-shelf Stage 2 91 octane or raw 95 tune, and it took just a couple of minutes to complete. Subsequent tunes after the first time, which has to unlock the DME, will also be quicker whenever you want to make changes. The main thing to play with would probably be the bubble settings, so you can customize it to how you like it. There are also some other options you can play with, like the exhaust valve settings, which I did, as well as things like the GTS startup RAW. As mentioned, you'll need the cable that you can use with your laptop, which I'll link down below as well. There are also logging capabilities, and we went for a drive to do some logging right after flashing the ECU, just to make sure everything was as expected. Kev also explained the whole process throughout and what he was looking for when logging the car, and taught me how to do it myself in the future too. So here are my thoughts after driving it for a while. It definitely pulls a lot harder throughout all the gears, and the acceleration feels a lot more aggressive now. It feels quicker for sure, and you can feel the extra power throughout the whole rev range. I also love how it pulls in the lower gears now, as you can really feel the torque when you floor it. I would say though that it feels like an improved version of how it is stock, so don't expect a drastic change in the way the car performs. However, when driving slowly in everyday conditions, the car feels pretty similar, which is a good thing to me. I like how different it is in comfort and sport mode now, and I feel that there is a real difference, which really helps in the dual personality kind of thing that I'm trying to achieve. The bubbles add so much to the experience too, especially when you can set it to only be present in sport mode. If that's something you want, then I'd say it's worth doing just for the noise alone. Okay, so it's a bit juvenile and pointless, but it's what you've come to expect from modern cars nowadays, and a whole lot of fun when you're in the mood. With just a downpipe and stock exhaust, it does sound quite muffled, and you need to have your windows open to hear it. It can sound quite crazy though with a loud exhaust, and there are lots of videos out there that you can check out. So if you're after more power and no longer have a warranty, or will be okay with it possibly being void, then I think this is something you should definitely do. It's pretty much one of the first mods most people do, and I think even the Stage 1 tune is a good start if you're not sure about going catless. The off-the-shelf tunes are usually more conservative and so are generally quite safe, especially if you go with a reputable tuner. However, if you've been modding cars for a while, you will know that one thing usually leads to another, and more power can sometimes mean having to do other things to the car in order to keep up with the outrated power, such as braking or handling. The added performance will also require more diligent maintenance, so that's something to keep in mind too. So I hope this was useful, and I'd love to hear your experience with remaps too, so tell me about them in the comments below. There's lots more coming up on this F30, so do subscribe for more, give this video a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one.